Reptiles. Reptiles. You want to know about reptiles? I've had turtles for about 5 or 6 years, give or take. The first turtles I have were pretty much given to me, or I should say I rescued them. I was in college and a neighbor had to get rid of them. Her family couldn't take care of them. And I have a koi pond in my backyard. So I brought them home where they were well filtrated, were fed constantly and had room to grow. You know, they are kind of hard to take care of, but they're easy to take care of. One day I was changing the little guy's tank. Stupidly put the little guys on the big guys and had my own little National Geographic action going on. The biggest turtle absolutely devoured one of the little guys, ripped him apart. It was awesome. They throw a rock at him to try to break it up. Didn't work. He's gone. He was what I like to call Dunzo Washington.
My name is Tim Cole. I'm with the Austin Reptile Service. I've been keeping reptiles, amphibians for over 40 years. First off, I want to state iguanas are difficult lizards to keep for pets, mainly because of their size. And as they become sexually mature, a lot of them have some severe attitudes. And you may want to reconsider getting something different than an iguana. Iguanas are one of the most common animals that are dumped in the rescue trade for reptiles.
There can be no doubt that reptiles make some of the most interesting pets that a person can have.
Ugh. Cool. You don't think he's cool? I'm sure he's awesome.
First and foremost, reptiles are positively prehistoric looking, an interesting trait in and of itself.
You know, it's interesting.
Reptiles are quiet and often regard you with only a sense of general intrigue.
I don't think he knows me.
Reptiles are clean and hypoallergenic, an interesting trait for individuals with allergies.
My roommate is allergic to cats. It's easier having a snake.
Reptiles are perfectly content to be handled by their owners, but at the same time can also be left to their own devices and thrive just fine.
Put him back in because he's hunting my thumb right now.
Of course, there are many other reasons why reptiles make interesting pets, and considering these, who would want any other sort of pet?
911, your emergency.
Can you have someone come out here to my house, please?
What's wrong?
I have a pet lizard, and it has a hold of my son, and it won't let go. It's okay, it's okay.
And he's not bleeding, right?
Right.
This was unusual, very unusual. There's no chapter on lizards in the manual.
No, I don't see any blood, but it's the colors, his fingers starting to change colors. Like, it's cutting off the circulation.
The lady said that if you want to get the finger out of the lizard's mouth, you must grab the lizard between the jaw and push really hard, and he'll spit it out.
Oh, God. Okay, see? He's fighting him harder.
What?
He's doing it all. He's fighting him harder.
He's biting him harder?
Every time I get a Costco. Oh, God, I can't do this.
Some iguanas are not so friendly. They're a little harder to tame than others. This one hasn't been handled all that often, so he's a little timid, and it's going to take a little... He does bite, which can be very painful in iguanas this size. So we have to be very careful in how to get him out and avoid getting bit yourself. Getting whipped. Oh, that's how it always goes. Well, he jumped out of his cage at me when I was trying to catch him. He's really frightened right now, so I had to chase him into the kitchen area, and what I did to catch him is I just threw the towel over him and grabbed him. You have to make sure to grab him right behind the front legs here, because that way they can't bite you as easily. As you can see, he's biting the towel right now. He's very frightened, and this is his reaction to me holding him right now. His eyes are also closing. He's frightened right now.
Do you think the turtles like living in captivity?
I'm going to go with no with my turtles.
I actually started out keeping iguanas when I was a kid, and back before I knew any better, I thought they would make a good pet. But I learned the hard way that they're rather difficult and take up a lot of space. Green iguanas get large. They average 5 to 6 feet long. If they're males, they can get pretty tough to deal with when it comes to breeding season. Even the owners will have difficulty dealing with them. We do reptile rescues, and iguanas are number one on the list, the animals that people are getting rid of. And mainly for two reasons. Number one, their size. Number two, their attitude. And there are a lot of animals out there that make much better pets.
I think turtles as pets, I think, there's not much better you can get. I would have liked to release them when I could, but unfortunately, once they're domesticated, they can't really survive if you do release them. I don't know. If the turtles run their course, and I'm done with it. That's fine. I like them just because they're unique. I've always been fascinated with different kind of animals. I think anything that could walk on land and sleep under the water for 3 months out of the year, I think, it's interesting.